Whilst on a recent holiday in France, decided to have a day's fishing at Oise on the River Oise. It's a spot I've seen previously, seen quite a decent head of chub and roach in this stretch of the water. Today I decided to target chub with the swim feeder and spam as bait. First swim choice was towards the bottom end of the town length, in reasonably deep water and quite slack. The river itself is quite clear today, but it had been rising slowly in the short while I'd been there. Nothing doing in the first swim, so I've moved upstream to the fishing the pool just below the dam, casting a feeder just to the near side of the main current. The fish certainly know how to use the current and pull quite a bit in the turbulent water just downstream of where I'm fishing. Certainly not the biggest fish in the world, but they are fun to catch. As the river had risen a little bit further, I've moved slightly further downstream from the dam and am now fishing the far side of the current in relatively calm water. Typically, when you turn your back on the rod, fish decides it wants to take it into the river. This one certainly feels a bit heavier than the chub I've been catching. I thought I might have my new best weight chub from France. Surprise, surprise, turns out to be a barbel. The first ever French barbel, and certainly a welcome bonus in February.
Not what I was expecting.
4.1 ounce.
First ever French barbel. Not a monster.
Decided to spend the last couple of hours just fishing a waggler with maggot above the dam in the deeper, slower water, in the hope that I could pick up a decent roach. Proved to be hard going though, bites weren't coming, and actually ended up the session with a small roach and a little dace. But overall ended up with, in addition to these two, the barbel, an 8 chub, biggest one at 2 pounds 4 ounces.